Hey everyone, it's Skyee here, and I'm here today with a pretty highly requested video. I always get questions on what coloring books I have, which ones I color in the most, and pretty much just questions like that. So I figured it would be super fun to do a color book collection video. I'm not really going to go too much in depth with the coloring books. I'll do quick flips of each one, talk a little bit about it, and that's about it. So depending on how long it takes, I do have, if my count is right here, I have 33 books, which probably isn't as many as some out there, but that's definitely more than enough for me. If it takes a little too long, I'll probably put it into parts. And another highly requested video I have is to do finished flips. So I will have a video later on going through the books and showing off the pages that I have completed in each book. So anyways, let's start off. So the first book I ever got, the one that started it all, was Millie Marotta's Tropical World. And I got this from, well actually my husband actually bought it for me, and I got it from Chapters, I think. And it's got a lot of wear. I used to keep it out in the garage. And the images in this are just beautiful. They're just super detailed. There's lots of fun spaces to fill in. I actually, when I first started, let's see if I can find, I started with fine liners, and you know, I wasn't really too into it, and then I kind of progressed a little bit using Crayolas, and now I'm at using Prismacolors. This was with the Prismacolor Scholars. That was my next set, and then the Prismacolor Premiers. So that is the one that started my addiction. So the next book I got was Color Me Happy by Angela Porter, and I actually got this from a friend. And I really like a lot of the images in here. They're super cute. I kind of use this book to practice new techniques and try different things, new mediums and all that. And it's just a fun book to kind of do some mindless coloring where I don't really care how it turns out. I just want to color, so I'll just pick it up. Next up, another one that I got from a friend was just Add Color Fairyland. So this is a super cute book. It's perforated. It's got tons of images. I do really like this one. It's not really my style in the fact that it's got a lot of repeated images, like stuff like this, wallpaper images. I'm not a big fan of those. I get kind of bored coloring them. So what I use this book for is I actually use it for mixed media stuff. So I'll color images and then just kind of cut them out and put them on canvases and stuff. There is a lot of really pretty images. It kind of has a lot of whimsical imagery in it. So I do take the images out and then I'll save them for doing canvases and stuff. So next I got these two from my sister and her husband a couple years ago for Christmas. So these are the designer series Mandalas to Color and Hanna to Color. And I really like the images in these books. It's very thin paper. These are just dollar store books. But the one thing I don't like is that they're double-sided and the ink isn't really the best, so it kind of goes through on the pages. I don't think I've maybe colored one in this. But the images are super cute. I love henna. I'm not a big fan of mandalas, but it's nice to have. Probably let my son have these eventually. Oh, looks like I already have. So the next book that I got was Lost Ocean by Johanna Basford, and she's a big one in my coloring book collection. You'll see her quite a bit. So I've done quite a few in here. I usually do color alongs in the Lost Ocean group. I haven't for the past couple of months. I've been so busy. But the images are just absolutely beautiful, and I'm like a big fan of anything ocean and anything fish, so I absolutely love this book. Next up, we have Owls from Creative Haven, and I got this and Lost Ocean and the next one off of Amazon. I did a little bit of a haul, and I've only colored one image in this. I don't really like the paper. I did use, I think I used Crayolas for this, so I probably should try it with my Prismacolor Premiers and see how I like that, or maybe even my Derwent Inktense. But for the most part, I do the same thing as I do with my other books that I'm not too fond on coloring in. I'll usually use them for mixed media. That way I at least use them, and then I can just cut them out and stuff. So next up is another big favorite author of mine, or illustrator I suppose. It should be Kerby Rosanes, and this is Anamorphia. This was the first Kerby Rosanes book I got, and I absolutely love it. There's so many images in here I want to do, and I want to save them. Like this squid is just beautiful, the detail in it. If you don't have any of Kerby's books, I highly recommend getting them. I'll leave a list of all the books in the description, but if you want flip-throughs of any of these books, just go ahead and search them. They're all pretty well-known books, so they'd be pretty easy to find. So next up I have Splash of Color and Flying Colors. I got these from my local shoppers, and these are the Penny Press Creative Expression. They're more like magazines than coloring books. And they're super cute. They're single-sided with a quote on the opposite side. And the images are just adorable. I really like them. I use these for mixed media stuff as well. I'll usually just scan images and color them and use them on canvases. Some have a little bit more of like a grayscale type look to it and just heavy line work, others not so much, so it's a nice variety of images in them. And it was fairly inexpensive, I think it was about $9 for one of these, but I think I got them on sale, so I don't think I actually paid the $9. So next up is my absolute favorite artist. You guys already know this if you have been to my channel before. This is Hanna first coloring book, Mermaids, Fairies, and Other Girls of Whimsy. So the only two artists that I really actually collect their books are, like all their books I should say. Actually, really the only one is Hanna. I collect Kerby Rosanes' Morphine series, and I get some of Johanna Basford's, but not all of hers. I do plan on getting all of Jasmine Becket-Griffith's, so kind of people are kind of my thing. I did take this book apart. I took the binding out, and I actually regret it. It's nice to color, but I do regret it. So my plan is, hopefully this year or within the next couple years, I want to color all the images in this and the other one that I took apart, and then I want to get it binded. But Hanna's books are just so cute. The girls are adorable. I cannot get enough coloring hair and clothes and skin and lips and eyes. It's just, these books are amazing. So for now, I just keep the pages in here, and then I just have it clipped off with a little paper clip thing. So next is another one I got off Amazon. This is Aquarium Fish. It's a stained glass coloring book, and this was kind of an impulse buy. I was watching flip-throughs of coloring books, and I don't know why, but I loved the sound that the volume pages made, so I just had to grab this book. And as you can see, I haven't really colored much in it at all. I have colored one, and that's the one at the very back. And actually what you can do, it's perforated, so you can take them out and put them up on your window because they're see-through, and it's just like stained glass. I have heard that using markers is a lot better, so I'm definitely going to have to try that in the future. Next we have Entangled, and a lovely lady named Susan sent this to me. She said she had picked it up, but it wasn't really her thing. And I do believe this is Angela Porter as well, the same one that did, yeah, Color Me Happy. And I really love her style. It's just super whimsical, just random. You can just, there's no need to color anything certain colors. You could just go crazy with it, make it super colorful. I have done a couple in here, that one and this. Oh, a note from my husband. I must have kept that. I did kind of like a Peter Hewitt type thing where I tested out all the pencils I had at the time to see which ones were the most vibrant, and I was testing them with Vaseline to see if it made a difference. Next we have Enchanted Faces, which is Hannah Lynn's second book. This is the pocket-sized version, but she does have a full-size version available now. And this is the other one I took apart. I really like the pocket-sized version because I could color one of these in like a day if I really wanted to, which is really nice, whereas the other ones usually take me 2 or 3 days to color. Again, just super cute images. I definitely recommend her books. So next we have Just Add Color Tattoos. I got this off of Amazon, and I got this more for my hubby and, well, a little bit for myself too. I like some of the images in here. More little love notes. I actually haven't colored in this very much, but I definitely plan to. There's tons of beautiful images in this. I might use some of these for mixed media. I'm not sure yet. It does have another fair share of the wallpaper designs, but I do like this one because it doesn't have as many as the Just Add Fairies one. So, or Just Add Fairies, the Fairies one. Just Add Color Fairies is what I meant to say. So I haven't colored any of these. My husband did color one. If I can find it here. So here's the one that he colored. And then let's just see how heavy-handed my husband is, because as you can tell, there's parts of the tiger, there's parts of the rose. I don't know if you guys can see that. I like to tease him about this because he transferred through so many pages. I can vaguely see this on here, and I think that's where it ends. But yeah, that's through a good 1, 2, 3. It's through a good 4 or 5 pages. So he's definitely pretty heavy-handed. In his defense, though, I think he was using my Staedtler pencils, which really aren't the best. So the next book I got was Coloring with Comfort, Mind's Eye of a Gypsy, and this is by Comfort Wyaff. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I actually won this. I can't remember from where. There was just a post where I was asking if you were to get a tattoo, or if you had a tattoo, to show pictures or say what you would get. And by random draw, I won. And I haven't colored in this yet, but I actually enjoy a lot of the images in it. It's a little bit more, they're definitely hand drawn, which surprisingly, I'm actually not too big on hand-drawn. I don't mind when artists hand-draw and then, you know, go in on digitally and just enhance it a little bit. That's kind of my preferred, but there is lots of beautiful images in this book. I don't know exactly how many. Oh, 15. 15 single-sided images, so super cute. And just I don't know how to explain the feeling of this cover, but it's like, it's so soft, it's insane. So next up is another one I got from a friend. This is Birds by Georgie Woolridge, and this is a really beautiful book. It's quite large, as you can see, and it does have these big flaps open, which is kind of neat, and that really bright orange on the inside. And then in the back it shows all the different birds and the pages that they're on. So I've been doing this one in order, and what I have been doing is I've been coloring the birds exactly how they're supposed to be, instead of going kind of crazy with color. This is my favorite one that I've done so far. This is the barn owl. It's just absolutely beautiful. Mandarin duck. I've only done a few. I don't really find much time to color in this one because I have so many of my favorite books by my favorite artists. So next is another favorite of mine. This is Enchanted Forest by Johanna Basford. I wanted this book for so long, and an old friend of mine got this for me. We're not friends anymore, but she is nice enough to send this and another one to me through Book Depository. So it's nice that it has the actual dust flap that opens, and it's got really beautiful images. I'm not a fan of how I colored that. I put a little bit too much in there. Another thing I really like about this book is the flip out dragons, and there's 2 of them, which is really neat. I told my hubby he has to color one, and I'm going to color the other one. And the images in here are just absolutely adorable. I've colored quite a few in here, and I plan to do a lot more. This is one of my favorite books. I actually have 2 copies of this. So I'm kind of happy that I do, because I have no fear to just jump in on my favorite pages, because if I mess up, I can always recolor them later on. Next is The Jungle Book, which is the other book that she sent me. I do enjoy this book. It is a little bit kind of wallpapery for my taste, but I do enjoy it. It's got lots of black pages, and it follows the storyline of The Jungle Book, of course. Yeah, this is based on the original story by Rudyard Kipling. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, this is my absolute favorite page in here, this gorgeous wolf. But yeah, lots of designs like these. I'm not too big of a fan of stuff like this, and there's tons of it in this book. There are some really nice images though. So I've only colored one in here, and that is this peacock. We were supposed to color it together, but I'm not sure if she ever finished hers. And I was quite proud of myself because I colored this with Crayolas, so usually I do not have that much what's the word I'm looking for? Usually I can't color with Crayolas long enough to finish a page, especially a double-sided page, or a 2-page spread, I should say. So next up is another Johanna Basford. This is Magical Jungle. My brother got me this for my birthday, and I absolutely love this book. I love that Johanna has included these single-sided images that you can take off and frame. They are so cute. I plan on coloring this one and putting it above mine on my hubby's bed. Just lots of gorgeous pages. I'm always impressed by how thick the paper is. It feels so nice. I haven't done too much in this book, but I definitely plan to later on in the future. I don't know if the UK versions came with the dust jacket, but this one kind of has a little flap anyways. Next is one of my absolute favorites, Magical City by Lizzie Mary Cullen. I absolutely adore this book. I love how whimsical and just fantasy-like her images are, even though they are of real-world places, which is just super neat to me. The style of this book really intrigues me, but it also kind of scares me a little bit because it's really open to misinterpretation. And I've only done a couple in here. I actually just recently finished Peeta Hewitt's tutorial. I've been practicing with my Inktense, and I love the way that she did this, so I followed this tutorial, and I also plan on trying to imitate the way she did this one. I want to see if I can figure out the colors or kind of match them close enough as she did with this image, just because I liked how the pages really went together in her book. And then the only other one I've done in here is, aside from a few test pages, it's the Old English Village, and I actually used my Prismacolors in here. And I am very glad that I got the Inktense, because the Prismacolors compared to the Inktense, you can just tell that the Inktense are so much brighter. They show up on the page a lot better. Next up is Enchanted Halloween from Hanna Lynn, and this is another one of my favorites of hers. I also got this one on Book Depository, and I love these books considering the fact that they have double pages, so it's nice if you want to color an image over again, you can, or you can color your favorite images without having to worry. And it's especially nice because since I'm an admin of the group, we always post color alongs and stuff, so I can color any of these images without having to worry about not having a blank to be able to put up as a color along if it hasn't been done yet. So that's always nice. I've done quite a few in this book. It's one of my favorite of hers. Pretty much all of them are my favorites. Next is Imagimorphia, which I also got on Book Depository. I love that site because free shipping, right? And I've actually done the same thing that Dee Dee Willingham has done, and I have colored every single background, well, painted every single background in. This one I added music notes. I've done little bits here and there, but I wanted to get the backgrounds painted. I absolutely love Kerby's work. I love these Anamorphia, or these morphine series. And I'm super glad that he's coming out with another one. Who knows, it might already be out by the time this video goes up. I'm not sure. But I haven't done too much in here. I have finished a little bit of this background here. I think this is done. It's all sparkly and stuff. And then other than that, I've done that, but I haven't finished coloring it yet. I wanted to color it in greens and blues and kind of make that the world. So let me just move my stack of books here. Oh, they are heavy. Okay. So next up is Sweet and Simple, and this was gifted to me off of Hannah's website. So it is signed, which is awesome. And that I received this in 2016. I do really like this book. The images are a little large for my taste, because they were meant to be more, like the title says, sweet and simple. So they're more simple images, which are super cute, but large spaces scare me, so I haven't done too much in this book. But it's got some Alice in Wonderland characters, and just some other really cute images. This one is a really popular favorite among Hanna fans just because of how different it is. It's not Hanna's usual style, and a lot of people really like that. It's also got the Wizard of Oz characters. And just overall is super adorable. Next, Summer Night. I got this on Amazon. This was from my best friend. I got this at the same time that I got my 150 set of Prisma Premiers. And I really love, this is Hanna Karlzon. I really love her work. The only thing is it's so detailed that it kind of intimidates me. I don't really know how to color it, so I haven't done too much in these. I do have some ideas. If I have ideas for colors, I'll usually sticky note them in there. Just super whimsical, adorable. There's so much to them, I just don't even know where to begin. Next, my hubby got me Daydreams by Hanna Karlzon, which has the same style images, and again, I haven't done much in here because it intimidates me. I definitely plan to get a little bit more done in here this year. I want to try and work in at least one page on every color book this year. That's one of my goals. Next up is Hanna's A Whimsy Girls Christmas. I got this from Amazon, and it's the same as the Halloween book, as it has 30 pages and is double pages as well. So you have those awesome duplicates, which is great. I've colored quite a bit in here too. Again, just super cute girls, all Christmas themed, or at least winter themed, and just absolutely adorable. This was one of my more recent ones. I just finished this around Christmas. Next is Mythomorphia. I went shopping with my mom one day, and when she went into Shoppers, I asked her if she could see if it was there and just let me know so I could come back later and get it, but she actually surprised me and got it for me, which I'm super happy about because I absolutely love Kerby's Morphine series. This is probably my favorite so far, though. We'll see when his new one comes out. But I love mythical creatures, and they're just so well done and so beautiful. The possibilities are endless. I just want to color in this book forever and not stop, but at the same time, I just want to save it and never touch it. Next we have Hannah Lynn's I Dream in Color. This was a little bit of a different book that she's done. It's more of like a journal kind of format. She calls it an inspirational journey coloring book, which is pretty much what it is. And it's super sweet because it's got that a little bit of the storyline in the beginning. So you've got this beautiful little story to read, and each page has just a little bit to color on, so you can kind of make it your own. And then it jumps into these gorgeous inspirational pictures, and they're just so whimsical and really unlike anything she's done so far. So I was really excited about this book. It's got some lines at the back for journaling or writing or whatever, and then it's got a bunch of different things. Today was amazing because, favorite quotes, positive affirmations, books I want to read. Just a bunch of little things that you could fill in to make the book more your own. And the girls in here are just absolutely adorable. I love the quotes, and I love how she's kind of made each quote really go with the image. Next we have Tattoo Darlings, which is another one that Hannah's done that's a little bit different than her usual style, but is probably a favorite among a lot of her fans, including myself. Then again, like I said, pretty much all of them are my favorite. I can't pick a favorite, I love them all. I'm actually working on my first one in here, and that is Sparrow. So I've started with her hair, and I'm actually really digging this color. I'm super excited to finish this. I wanted to finish at least one in here. Just lots of cute girls, all covered in tattoos. My biggest challenge here is going to be deciding whether to do them all in color, or do them all black and white, or just do a mixed variety. Tattoo-wise, I mean. The images, of course, will be in color. And I actually was gifted this from her site too, so this was given in 2017, so last year. I was super excited when my friend sent this to me because I had been waiting forever for it to show up on Canadian Amazon. Us Canadians are slackers sometimes, and Amazon stays true to that. So next, I finally splurged a little bit and got Jasmine Becket-Griffith's Fantasy Art Adventure. This is her first coloring book, I believe, and she also has a Halloween one and then the new Mermaids one. I plan on getting both of them when I can. These are a bit more expensive for me, so that's just why I call it kind of like a splurge. Because usually I will spend maybe $15 tops on a coloring book, whereas Jasmine's are anywhere from $22 to $25. But it's definitely worth it because the paper quality is just gorgeous. Same with just the book quality itself. It's got this beautiful dust jacket, which covers this really sturdy, heavy cover. I've only done one in here, and it was Alana. I like how she's got a little bit about all her girls, and then the names and such on the sides, which is really nice. Yeah, just super, whereas Hannah's is just super cute and sweet, Jasmine's is more kind of dark and beautiful, sometimes even kind of creepy, but in a beautiful way, if that makes sense. So next is Jade Summer's Chibi Girls, and I actually got this in my early Christmas and early birthday haul. So this is by Jade Summer, and it's just these cute little chibi girls. I have one planned in here that I'm going to do because I wanted to be able to show this book in my completed images. So I plan on doing this glamorous gal here. And this book is pretty neat. It's got kind of like the same idea as Hanna's holiday books, except instead of having this single or the double pages right behind each other, they are just kind of continued. So it'll go through once and then it'll go through again, which I thought was pretty neat. And again, it's nice because you can color your favorite ones and then you always have a spare for later. And the other thing that's nice about these books is they do come with a free digital copy as well. So I also got Fairies, and I grabbed this one because it's got lots of fairies and wings, of course, so tons of glitter and stuff, which should be fun. And again, I have one picked out to color to show in my upcoming video of completed images. And I wanted to color this badass girl. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet, but she just seems really cool and kind of evil. She's got that neat little dragon there. Again, same idea. It's got two sets of each picture, or I guess it's got a copy of each picture as well, and you can also get a digital copy of it. So next, I was lucky enough to receive this free PDF review of the Chibi Girls Horror, and I actually did a flip through on that. And, well, actually I did a review and a flip through on that. I will try to remember to leave the link in the description. So, I got this printed and binded and all that at Staples, which, speaking of, if any of you are from Canada or any people in the US, if there's Staples there, I don't know if there is or not. If you guys know of a good quality paper to get your images printed off that they'll print on, that would be awesome. Because I picked this white cardstock that they had as an option, and it is really nice paper. It's nice and thick. It really has some nice, it's nice and sturdy, but it's really smooth. There was one double in the free copy, which was just the cover girl. So I've been using the duplicate as my test page, and I've tested out the Prismas, and then as well as my German ink tints. And it does get the color in there really good, but it's just a little bit softer than what I would want. So if you guys know of a good paper to get stuff printed on, that would be awesome. I would love to know. Okay. But the girls in here are just absolutely adorable. They're like creepy, but cute creepy. I had printed this off before on just normal, well, kind of like sketchbook paper. And I actually gifted that to my 7-year-old niece, and she just absolutely loves these images. So I was super happy with that. And lastly, my most recent book that I got was Johanna Basford's Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I had been waiting to get this on Book Depository, but I seen it in my local Walmart for 50% off, so I had to grab it. And the only thing I don't like about this book is the cover. I don't like the teal. I know I'm not alone in that, but a lot of people do like it. I'm just personally, I like the white and gold. It just, I don't know, green and gold just, I had a thing against green. I don't know why. But this is a little bit different from Johanna's normal work, as it's actually a storybook that you can color, which is really neat. I've seen a lot of beautiful pages done, and that makes me not want to color in this book. But they are absolutely gorgeous, and I definitely will color in it. They're just stunning. Johanna always outdoes herself. So I've only done one page in here, and that is this. I did actually have kind of like a modeled background for this that I did, and I do have a tutorial up. I'm not sure if it will be before or after this video. I'm kind of recording in advance because I don't want to make videos for a while. I want to actually do some coloring and some other stuff, so, but I hope to be releasing a video every week, which you guys will probably notice. don't get your hopes up that I'll continue doing that, because I'm sure once I run out of videos there'll probably be quite a bit of time between them, but for now we're set for a while. So yeah, I have a background tutorial on that, but then I ended up coloring over the whole thing because I loved the background, but I didn't like how it looked with what I had already had. I didn't think it quite matched. So I just colored it all in black and then went over the writing to kind of bring it back out. And I'm still not exactly thrilled with it, but I am happy with it compared to what it was before. It looks a little bit better. So yeah, there is so much paint on this page, and it didn't go through it all, which is awesome. I love this, published by the Penguin Publishing. I kind of got rid of that. I don't think it shows anywhere else, but yeah, that's it for my coloring book collection. I do plan on adding to it. Like I said, I want to finish my Jasmine Becket-Griffith collection by getting her other 2 books and any others that come out. Hanna has 2 books coming out. She's got her fairy tale characters and then her Maui Mermaids that should be coming out within the next couple months. Same with Kerby Rosanes has his Phantomorphia coming out in March, I believe. So I definitely plan on adding those to my collection. But other than that, I'm going to work with what I have and start coloring and stuff. So if you guys are interested in seeing my video of my finished pages flip, it'll probably be 2 parts because, like I said, I have a lot of pages that I've colored. Keep an eye out for that. It will probably be sometime after this video is uploaded. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any recommendations on books or artists that you want me to check out that I'd probably like, especially if they're people, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'd love to look at them. I'm always on the lookout for new books. Oh, and I actually won Nick Filbert, is it Filbert? The Nicholas Chandra, the crazy name that people can't pronounce. I won his Irene book off of a contest on Instagram. So I will be adding that to my collection within a few days as well. So that is super exciting. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in any of my later videos. Okay, take care. Bye.